up? Are you looking for a high quality YouTuber that is super in depth and well versed in Adobe UI, knows so much, has years under their belt, and does things not only the correct way, but the conventional way? Well, you're on the wrong channel. What's up? My name's Jacob. I am an artist, or a guy who draws circles in Illustrator for a living. And this is a little new thing on my channel that's gonna kind of be like going through my drawing process together. I don't exactly know what this will look like. I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. I wanted to draw, I wanted to record it. So here we are. If you like this, make sure to like the video, maybe subscribe if that's what you're into. Ring the notification bell, that would be very cool. If this video does well enough, I'd love to do more videos like this. I'd love to draw with you guys and show you my process. I am not the most conventional artist, but I try my hardest. All of my drawings I'm going to be doing today are going to be in Illustrator. I'm working on a MacBook Pro, so you'll see me working through the trackpad, using the pen tool, doing some fun stuff like that. But yeah, I think I've explained enough. Let's just hop right into it. Remember how I said I was going to show you my process? I did two off screen, but that's okay. I have two more to do. So essentially what I'm going to be doing today is designing a sticker sheet for my Patreon. My influence for this one was specifically because of Drawfee. Not only are they a huge inspiration for me as artist, but they're super fun, and they inspired me to make my own Patreon. So I was looking at theirs. They did a sticker sheet for their Patreon. I wanted to do stickers, but doing single stickers is a little expensive, so I realized that sticker sheets can usually be an inexpensive way, while also being able to get a lot of options. So this was the influence. For those of you that don't know, this earth is kind of like my overall logo, my all-around logo, and I like it a lot. I like the earth, I like the space. It's just something I'm into, which influenced doing a solar system themed sticker pack. Right now I have the sun, I have nondescript planet 1, I'm thinking potentially nondescript planet 2, the earth, and the moon. So I'm going to show you that breakdown process, kind of what I ended up doing, how I go through this, and then where we'll go from there. Right now I'm just going to group these together and pull them off to the side, just so they're nice and clean. Have my reference layer over here. So pretty much what I want to do is I want to work on the earth. When I am starting on projects, typically I work on a 3000 by 3000 pixel canvas. It might not be the right thing to do. It's easier for me, and since these are vectors, I'll usually copy and paste them into whatever size canvas that I need on another project file. Is it efficient? Absolutely not, but it's how I do it. So right now I want to focus on the earth. I think specifically I want to do the body and the eyes itself and the mouth. That's usually what I start with. Then I move on to the legs. I have a lot of different legs that I like to mess with. Don't typically do arms because I'm not good at drawing arms. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and we'll do some little time-lapsey fun stuff. I just want to pause a second and explain how my Illustrator is being weird. I don't know why, but if you notice, when I go to my direct selection tool and I try to click this, it's not staying. I'm going to be honest, I don't know why that's happening. You'll probably know in the comments. It only happens on some of my projects. I probably look like a big old amateur right now, but I accidentally fixed it. It is Command H. I like that. I think that's a good direction. I like how he looks kind of sly and he has this weird like eyebrow thing going on. I tried to make the eyes the same proportions as the sun itself. I really like these flat eyes with the just peek it over to the side. They kind of remind me of sunglasses. I don't know. But I'm super into this. And that's a good start. Is if I think it's cool, then we're heading in the right direction. Next up, I think what I need to do is I need to do some feet. Typically, I don't color or do anything like that until I'm fully finished with the project. I don't even really know if I want this to have color yet, but that's the next step that we need to do. Quickly, I just wanted to add that whenever I'm doing any of these types of shapes or legs or anything like that, I typically use the pen tool. That is my favorite tool pretty much in Illustrator, or the line tool, or the shape tool. Those are like my main three. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but cut me some slack, please. All right, we have two sets of legs and feet. I don't know which one I'm gonna like the most. I don't even know if this one's really gonna work, but this is usually my next step. So I have 2 or 3 different body shapes, leg shapes, and I do copies of the actual body itself with the face and see which one I like the best. So I'm gonna do that really. Typically, for body parts, I like to group them up in layers. All I'm clicking is Command G when I copy the entire line work or artwork and make that into its own layer. I do not name my layers or my groups. I would rather die than name my layers or groups. I just can't. I can't do it. So you'll see group 1, group 4, group 10, group 40. We'll just keep it that way. Whoa, that was a weird cut. I definitely didn't have a sickness scare and had to check in with my roommate and do a sickness test to make sure I also was not sick. But yeah, let's get back into this drawing. Ignore that it's 2 days later. Okay, so I did another set of legs, and I think I like these way more than either of these, just because I was not feeling these. So I'm going to delete both of these and this guy. And I've got this grouped up already, and I'm going to do a little bit of this and size it up and do it up like this. Yeah, see, I like that a lot. Just delete these real quick. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cute. I think that gives off the same vibe as the other two. Because if you look at them side by side, they're very dynamic. They have their own pose. And I like it. I mean, I think just add a little shadow over here like this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's sit back and look at the boy. Yeah. I like that. I like that Earth boy. So that's 3 down, 1 to go. I'm very stoked about this. So we've got indistinct planet. We've got sun. We've got Earth. And I think the last one we should do is the moon. I know the sun and the moon technically aren't planets, but solar system, whatever. The one thing I will say when I'm doing these doodles and these drawings is I try to keep it as dynamic as possible. Switching up the eyes, flipping them back and forth. Usually I try to keep similar mouths just because it's easier for me. I typically, if I want to switch it up, do like a flat mouth like this. Try to keep the shadows pretty consistent on the legs. Over here. I try not to do it in too many different areas. Like I know technically there should be a shadow here. Technically there should be a shadow under here. And then, maybe one here, but I don't know. Just, I feel like this flows a little bit better. This is why I go this route. Another thing I do that might be different from some other people is I tend to do all of the line work on Illustrator and don't color until the very, 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 very end. Just because it's a little bit easier for me to just section out my time. Maybe some people do it that way. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm thinking about adding these craters just because that reminds me of the moon. I did a drawing like this a long time ago, probably like a year ago, for a Spotify playlist of my own that I never ended up using. So I'm gonna revert back to this details. These details. I think this is very cute. I like how the spacing is working on this and the details. It's hard to do super detailed stuff in Illustrator, like with this one, but I really, 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 really like this. So I'm gonna keep going. All right, and I think it's done. I really like this. I like all these side by side. I think it gives off a really cool vibe. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this for now. This is just my reference from the Drawfee one. Yeah, I love this. I think this turned out really, really cool. I think it gave off, some cute energy, some vibes. But this is definitely what I had in mind when I was approaching this project. So now, after I have my line work done, typically I choose between one or two different things. Do I want to go into color schemes and things like that? Or do I want to work on the presentation? I think for this case, I'm going to start with the color schemes. Now, here's a fun little fact about me. I am colorblind, so I have a lot of trouble color matching. So what I typically like to do is I use a lot of primary colors. So I use a lot of blues and reds and greens and whatnot. So what I'm going to do here, we'll open commissions. Fun little fact about me, I am not organized at all. Can you believe it? Me too. So we'll bring in this guy. Cool. So this is something I did a while ago for a coffee shop. I'm just gonna go into RGB real quick. And this has a lot of primary colors like greens and oranges and yellows and blues. So I'm gonna reference this. I think we can go with a darker green. That's so weird that it's, let's see, let's go to RGB. You know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna find a better color. Give me a second. Okay, this is more like it. Here are some very primary color images that I did a while ago. This is nice. So typically what I do, and this is my process, is I'll take these colors and I'll make a little square over here. I know this seems so extra, but it helps so much. Orange, yellow, a blue, and there's no yellow, a green, wow. Get a yellow. What are some planet colors? Let's look up some reference. So I have this nice little planet reference I just got off of Google. And again, color's not my strong suit, but I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. Kind of vibing with this. So I'm thinking like some reds and oranges. I have a darker orange over here, so I might as well use it while I have it. Make sure the actual bodies are fully grouped together. Yeah. And then I'm gonna copy all this and I'm gonna paste it over here. Just so whatever ends up happening, I will have my line work in case I accidentally mess up with rasterizing or, you know, the image trace tool acts funky. I always like to have a replacement, right? Next, I'll click on one character. This might not be the right way, but this is how I do it. And I go to rasterize, click OK. Then I go to Object, Image Trace, Make and Expand. Click Enter. And now, thankfully with no quality drop from what I can see, I have a nice joined layer vector that I can use the direct selection tool and click on these inner parts and color how I see fit. Sometimes this doesn't work. Sometimes you just don't go with the object image trace method. There are other methods. This is just the one that I always use. The few things that people will say aren't the best with using this method that I've noticed is one, if you scale your image down, right? Those lines are going to be a lot thinner than, say, these lines. There is a way when you keep it as an actual line with the pen tool that you can scale it accordingly. That'd be in the stroke menu. I think you can actually do it with the image trace. I haven't looked into it, unfortunately, but what can you do? So I'm just finishing up on these real quick. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and add the black to the shadow. And I think the easiest one to start with coloring is going to be the sun itself, right? We have some reference of colors over here. We have, you know, a general idea. So middle, easily, I know I want a nice primary color yellow, just a bright yellow. And the outside, I think, is going to be orange. I think I might actually change this yellow. I want to make it a little darker. Too dark. Maybe like here. Maybe like here. Cool. This is cool. I'm cool with this. So, bright colors, RGB. I just want to make sure that they're nice and pretty and easy to look at, right? So we're gonna do the same thing for the sky. So for this, I think this one will be even easier. I don't want it to be this yellow. I think I want it to be this pale. Yeah, like that. That gives me some like moon cheese vibes. I like this. It's like a full moon. Next with the earth. Usually the coloring takes the least amount of time, and you can see why. So legs, I think, are gonna stick blue. Yep. And then do the details, a nice little green. I might even saturate this blue a little bit more. Looks a little too dull. Saturate this green a little bit more. Also looks a little too dull, maybe in this realm. Cool, I like that. Okay. And last up is this little indescript planet. So I'm thinking maybe some reds or maybe blues. Well, let's just find out together. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, that's cool. Peak. I really like those colors. I like the shadows. I like the faces. I think this might be, we're moving on towards the actual presentation process. Look at that. Can you believe it? Wow. So I think this is ready to go off to production. I just need to send it off to a sticker company and get them back, and then they're ready to be mailed off to patrons. I was intrigued and super excited about this project. I think it was a lot of fun. I got to break out of my comfort zone instead of just doing a regular Instagram post or something for a t-shirt. So I liked it. I liked doing something new and different. If you have any ideas for any videos, or just want to let me know that you liked it, leave a comment. Feel free to give some tips. If you want to find me on any of my social media, you can find all these plugs here. Also, a great way to see this video early and a bunch of other really cool benefits is becoming a patron. The link will be in the description. You'll have access to things like these stickers here, high-res files, wallpapers, things that you can download and print out, all types of stuff. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out if you made it all the way through. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.